Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and 38 million XRP unexpectedly on the move as Tether mints 200 million USDT. And there's also 2,811 Bitcoin moving, so a lot of whale action going on here. I'll tell you what, these whales, they are notably aquatic. They are notably disruptive to the price action of cryptocurrency at times, and definitely very newsworthy in the world of crypto media, at least. So I'll be running through the specifics here on these transactions and talk a little bit about Tether here. And other than that, I got some tweets from the XRP community I'd like to share with you, and I'll wrap up the video with a piece that I think is funny. It's from an XRP community member who's got a Coil blog here, and this one's titled, it's for the sake of comedy, but it's titled, Anthony Pompliano attends Ostrich class to improve XRP ignoring skills. I had to share this one with you. And I like Anthony Pompliano, but we can tease a little bit, right? Before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you are a fan of the whales getting all splishy splashy, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Time to dive in. Whale watchers are eyeing Tether, Bitcoin, and XRP to try and figure out if recent activity offers any insight into where the crypto markets will head next. Traders briefly got excited on Monday as the stablecoin company Tether issued 200 million USDT. And then there's the little tweet from the official Whale Alert Twitter account. According to recent analysis from the analytics company Token Analysis, the creation of new USDT is strongly correlated with past Bitcoin rallies. When new USDT is minted, the company finds that the price of BTC rises 70% of the time. Of course, to what degree is a different story there. Today's minting of 200 million USDT is different. It turns out the move is part of Tether's effort to replace outdated Omni-based tokens with Ethereum-based tokens. And that's probably good. You know, and I've talked a little bit about Tether in the past, and there hasn't really been sufficient third-party auditing to have a reasonable level of confidence that things are exactly as we in the world of crypto, let's say, hope they are. It was interesting, despite that being the case, earlier this year, Tether, they did acknowledge that, I have to pull from memory here, but I think a little under 75% of the Tether that had been minted to that point in time, a little under 75% was backed with United States dollars. The rest wasn't, though. And so they openly announced that, got out in the world of crypto, and widely publicized in crypto media, and it didn't really seem to affect the price at all, which to me was a type of moment. I was like, not that I necessarily thought it would, but it's fascinating nonetheless. Like, people seem to not care, given that Tether has the ability to sway the market. Think just print a coin, and then you can think what it does to Bitcoin. Again, I'm not going to run through it in this video, but there's a whole analysis which is linked in this article, and it's not the first analysis that I've been made aware of. They did more recently state, though, that 100% of Tether is now backed, and I can't remember if I reported that on the channel or if I just read through it. I consume a lot of information, so I'm not completely sure. But in this case, it seems to be a little bit different. If it's just a one-for-one slop, if that's actually the case, then not so much a big deal. Anyway, the end result is that today's creation of new USDT will not increase the supply of Tether and is far less likely to have an impact on the markets. And of course, it's designed to be pegged to the dollar, and traders use it as a way to sidestep crypto market volatility. The company says it mints new USDT at times of increased interest in trading volume, although it has been accused of creating new tokens simply to try to boost the price of Bitcoin. And again, it's pretty obvious that it impacts the price, so whatever the motive, that's the actual result. Now, to XRP. Traders are trying to determine why a large XRP whale is moving 38 million XRP worth about $8.6 million. The whale sent the funds from the crypto exchange Bitstamp to crypto platform Uphold, which allows traders to buy and sell a number of digital assets. I'll tell you what, I'm a fan of Uphold. I just want to be clear, when I say something positive about a company or product or something, it's not an official endorsement. I don't have any sort of deal with them or anything like that, but I've been using Uphold since summer of last year, and I have been very, very impressed with how the platform operates. It's simple to use, and I remember when I signed up, from signing up, and including and sharing all of my personal information to my first purchase, it took about 15 minutes. And so, again, coming from my early days of entering crypto in late 2017 and just trying to get money into the system in general with how backlogged cryptocurrencies were with that huge bull run up, just getting on an exchange, it was a trial in and of itself. But not so much a problem these days. I just hope that cryptocurrencies have all of that worked out. In terms of capacity, I worry because the next time there's a parabolic run-up, our exchange is going to have the capacity to handle a new onslaught of customers, because to me it seems it would inevitably happen at some point anyway, because this asset class is not going away, and the frenzy is not gone. Anyway, Bitcoin whales are also surfacing at the start of the week. In the past 24 hours, whales have moved 2,800, roughly a Bitcoin worth about $21.1 million. And so I went here to BitHump, and you can actually see, what I pull up on my screen here, this is the actual the transaction details, and as far as the destination, you can actually see it here. And I just clicked on this for fun here. And so this is the Uphold account, which now has 71 million XRP. That's the balance, a measly 71 million. Pocket change. All right, next here, I retweeted something from XRP Crypto Wolf. Now, XRP Crypto Wolf, he's an XRP community member who just puts out a ton of valuable information, pretty much on a daily basis, very frequently, just tons of information per day. And he's earned the following that he has. He's got, as I record this, 16,300 followers. And I wanted to share a tweet with him, and then I retweeted it and wrote something myself with it, which I'd like to share with you. But he wrote, I love the XRP community, so I'm not going to talk S-word about anyone, and I've decided it's time to create my own YouTube channel. Please click on the link below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And so I love supporting the XRP community, and so I wanted to highlight this just because I really appreciate what he's done in terms of getting just information out there for free, spending his own time. And so I retweeted this, and I wrote, look who's starting a new YouTube channel. XRP Crypto Wolf has been providing the community with a ton of valuable information for a long time. Hasn't yet posted his first video, but if you want to support him, feel free to subscribe to his new channel preemptively. I just did. And I think a lot of people, I know a lot of people have, because when I subscribed, I was subscriber like 488 or something like that, and I checked a little bit earlier today, and he was just shy of 1,000 subscribers, which I say well-deserved, even though he hasn't posted a video yet, because he's just, I'd say, a major contributor in the XRP community. And so I had some direct messages back and forth with him about what it was like starting my channel, because to be honest, like it's weird when you start recording your first video and you've never done it before. You got your YouTube channel. To me, it felt weird. And it's like, I'm a 36-year-old man starting a freaking YouTube channel. Should I feel great shame? Like, should I be embarrassed by this or something like that? And that's part of the reason that I kind of held off on launching in the first place. From when I first had the idea, I waited about a year. That, and I also did want to gain more knowledge around the world of crypto and XRP, and for that reason, I'm kind of glad I did. But it's just weird, because you're sitting there recording, talking in an empty room, like to yourself essentially, and then you worry about, because you never post anything, is this going to be well received, or people are going to think I'm an idiot or stuff like that. And so I was just kind of sharing with them like how I personally felt, just being transparent about that. But eventually you kind of get comfortable with it, the more you do it. And to me, it's like nothing at this point. And if people don't like it, then, well, not everybody's going to like me though. So it's just like, you just let it roll off your back. It's, it is what it is. But I think, and I'm very, very humbled by the growth that I've experienced, especially over this last half a year, especially after the first half year or so I had this channel, almost half a year. It took me almost, I'd say 5.5 months just to get to the point where I had a little over 200 subscribers and wasn't growing fast. And so I thought, well, that's okay. Maybe in like another couple years or so, maybe I'll be up to 1,000 subscribers or something. But I was just having fun doing it, didn't care. But I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm mouth vomiting. I'm just sharing some personal stuff. I don't normally talk about this stuff, so I hope it doesn't bother you. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So going from that to another 6 months later, I've gone from a little over 200 subscribers to over 14,000 now, and it's just one of those like cranium explode type of things every time I think about it. So I also want to use it as an opportunity just to say thank you very much, because December 14th will be my 1 year anniversary. It'll be 1 year since I posted my very first XRP related video, and I'm so glad that I did, because this is my most favoriteest hobby ever. And so very sincere thank you for taking a moment to let me speak about that. I do appreciate it. Next year, here is a tweet from Money is XRP. And he tagged me and wrote, and people say we are not correlated to Bitcoin. Hashtag XRP community. Hashtag the truth hurts. And it's a little screen grab showing the top 8 cryptocurrencies. Of course, number 4 is Tether, so it does behave differently. You can see it visually by looking at the chart. But look at the other coins on the screen here. Look at these charts. They all look just about identical. And so it's just, to me, and I liked highlighting this many days when I see this, it could not be more clear. Use your eyeballs to see, because there's a small minority that's like, no, XRP is not tethered, because it'll go through some longer, prolonged periods where it's not seemingly affected by Bitcoin's price, but I assure you, it absolutely is. People still don't know what the hell they are doing here. All right, last piece. And this is just for fun. I enjoy this. I got some chuckles out of this one. So this is from XRP, the Standard Productions on his Coil blog, and it's titled, Anthony Pompliano attends Ostrich words are hard, Ostrich class to improve XRP ignoring skills. And I am a fan of Anthony Pompliano, so just know that he is a Bitcoin maxi, but that's okay. He's not nasty to anybody. He has his opinions, and I think it's perfectly okay for two adults with different opinions to have intellectual discourse. And at the end of the day, even if two people disagree, just be adults about it and get along, and that's the way that he always behaves, so I'm always impressed by that. But anyway, explaining that the once effortless task of ignoring the digital asset XRP is getting exceedingly difficult as days progress, cryptocurrency enthusiast Anthony Pompliano has just completed an official Ostrich course in the head/sand relations. It was fantastic, said Pompliano, laughing and tapping grains out of his ears. And just the sort of thing I need to go back to being totally oblivious to any and all things XRP. Proud of his past record of refusing to mention anything about the asset, which to date is the only one in the space used at scale to solve real-world problems, Pomp said that he was failing in recent times. I had Brad Garlinghouse on my podcast for over an hour a couple months back. Sheesh, not sure what I was thinking on that one. Luckily, the few times I've mentioned XRP after that have shown that I didn't absorb anything significant from the encounter. The Morgan Creek Digital Assets co-founder is keen on continuing to sharpen his skills in the XRP ignoring arena. However, completing his initial class and enrolling in the complete Ostrich course offered by nearby New York University. I'm gonna finish the whole curriculum, for sure, said Pomp. It worked wonders for my buddy Rand Neuner, and I'm sure it'll work for me as well. So there you go. Best to you in your endeavors there, Anthony Pompliano. But that's it for this video. Thanks so much for stopping by. You're a cool person. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!